Today on the channel, we're going to show you how to build your very own DIY Livescope pole. All right, with the introduction of Livescope, there comes a lot of different accessories that you can put in your kayak that obviously you need to be able to turn around and aim and point the transducer in the direction that you want to do it. Of course, you know, a lot of those are $100+ I thought, you know what, I'm cheap, I like to DIY, so I'm going to build my own. And I figured out a way to do this, and I'm going to get you the full parts list. I'll walk you through everything you need to do this, and I'll kind of show you step by step how I did it. But first off, you're going to need a piece of 1-inch Schedule 40 PVC. So this is just like a 5-foot section. You could buy it by 10 foot, whatever you do. And then this is 1/2 inch, again, Schedule 40 PVC. So you're going to need a couple other components with it as well. You're going to need 2 1-inch tees. One of them is going to sit up on the edge of the kayak. So this we're going to put holes in. This is what's actually going to mount onto the, side of the kayak, right? You're going to need a 1/2 inch elbow, 1/2 inch coupler, 2 1/2 inch end caps. You need some of your primer glue. This is actually one that's a single step. So it's your PVC cement and primer all together at once. We're going to give that a try. Round wire lock pin. Maybe one of these. I'll show you exactly what that's for coming up later. And then obviously to secure it onto the kayak, you can do the toilet bowl bolts that you can pick up at the hardware store. They come with bolts. You can buy wing nuts otherwise for them, or actually the kit that I bought. If you saw the video of how I kind of rigged up my 2 graphs of my kayak, mine actually came with these little fancy twist on knobs, so we're probably just gonna use those. But if you don't like it, I've got the wing nuts as well. Paint's optional. I've got myself here an ultra matte. This is good on plastic, so you gotta make sure it's one that's on plastic and won't rub off. You're gonna need a little sandpaper for a part of the step, and I've got some Velcro that I'm going to use because, I mean, obviously you need some tension on it. You don't want it just like spinning freely. So I think I'm going to try and use some of this Velcro on this. It'll be inside the tube to kind of just make it bigger and create some of the tension that can help us out. So there's our parts list. Obviously you need a saw. You can do it just like a hand saw. You can do it with a chop saw, which is what I'm going to do. And then obviously a drill to drill a couple holes. So we're going to head it over to the saw. We're going to start cutting this up and start putting this together. All right, so first steps first. Mention the part that we're going to put on the side of the kayak. We got to drill some holes in here, but I want to make it a lot stronger because this, it's just kind of the wall is 1/8 of an inch thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some of this 1-inch PVC and I'm going to cut it off to fit inside there, make it stronger. So if you look inside here, it's about 1 inch inside. So I'm going to cut off 2 1-inch pieces of PVC and then glue those inside of there. And then I'm going to drill my holes first. So that's what we'll do. We want a rubber mallet too to kind of pound those pieces in. I'm not going to glue everything together. First off today, I'm going to make sure everything fits. It looks nice. Then I'm actually going to paint it, let it dry, and then I'll glue it together. So just a couple things that are okay that you paint them ahead of time. That's what I'll do today, but most of the stuff I'm not going to glue. So we're going to let that set up before we drill. We're going to try and do those spots. All right, so our glue has pretty much set. We're all set to go. We're going to punch our holes in. All right, so we have the holes through, pins push through. These are much longer. I've got shorter ones that I'm actually going to use. Those bolts then will slide in the gear track, and this will obviously be off the side of the kayak. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to need, again, we take our tape measure. It's the 1-inch inside. So we're going to cut this. I'm actually going to go just a little bit shy of 2 inches. Now you can see this is going to push in here. This T piece. Like this. All right, so we got it. This is going to sit on the side of the kayak, and this is our piece. So now what we got to do is we got to figure out how far down we want to go. Now I measured it out on the kayak, and I thought it was about 12 inches. We're actually going to take this outside. We're going to put it on the kayak and get that measurement. All right, so we got it on the boat now. See, I have the shorter screws here, but here's something that I found out too now. So you look down the boat, there's no way this is going to rub on the side there. So we're actually going to have to cut this piece to get a little bigger so it sticks out like that. Good thing we got plenty of material, so we're going to cut up another. And we're going to add probably 1/2 inch or so on there. I need more. Now I'm going to take a tape measure, and I'm going to see just how far down. Nice pipe. All right, now remember it's going to go, 1/2 inch inside there. So I'm just going to put it tight to there. We're going to come down to get below the boat. We're talking, looks like at about, I know the angle here with the fisheye is not so great. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, it looks like around that 11, 12 inches. So if we go like 12 and a half, we'll definitely be down, because then again, the transducer and all that's going to stick a little bit farther beyond that. So, you know, I think if we just go 11, I'm gonna go 11 and a half. We're gonna be real safe. And I've seen a couple of videos of other people as we gave me some of the ideas. It's not an exact copy of anyone. Some things are a little different. All right, so that'll definitely get us far enough away from our boat. All right, now that we got this set, we got to cut off down tube. Now we've got to cut our 1 inch that's going to go inside here, and that's going to actually do what rotates there. But now we got to attach the part that's actually going to attach on to the Livescope. So we know that that is 2 inches, and we've got to get our cap on. Slip in there. Now we've got to come up, so we see just how far up we want our handle to go. I don't want a super long handle, so I think I'm going to go, you know, if we're coming out, at least a good hand grip worth. See how it's coming together. Now we're going to put our handle in. Our other end cap is going to go on here. I might even just put like a piece of foam or something on here too, make it like super comfy. So slide in there. See? And cap, obviously. So that'll set on the side of the boat. Here's how you rotate them. You see how like you don't want that. You don't want that loose. So that's where when I mentioned the Velcro, I'll put some Velcro actually on here. All right, on both ends, and that I think is going to help kind of create that tension. So I'm going to put a little strip up here, and I'll put another strip like right here-ish. This is just like a heavy-duty hook and loop tape. We can't say the word Velcro apparently. You got small strips, whatever. I suppose if I could use scissors. This has actually got like the adhesive right on there. So yeah, you said I'm gonna do one right here, one down here. Good adhesive too. Nice. More. That gives a little. I think I'm gonna double it up. Oh yeah, that's a. Oh, look at that. That's a lot more tension. Perfect. Problem is, if you look at this is not going to bite down onto here. The transducer piece that holds it is not going to bite down. So what we're going to have to do is create like a little spacer, so to speak, that's going to slide on here. I guess you could take this 1/2 inch and you could like cut a slot out of it and then, you know, heat it up and melt it and like go along. But I may have some other scraps. The rest of this we could pretty much just do in the shop. So I've got our transducer piece. This is what is going to clip onto here. Like I said, it's not going to, you can see there, it's not going to clip on. So a couple of things you could do. Like I've got this like double adhesive foam I could put in there. Obviously the transducer itself comes with, you know, a foam or like a rubber kind of gasket piece that goes here. So I'm going to put that inside there. But to make it even bigger, I happen to have some 3/4 inch PVC so that I just, again, cut the slot on. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to shove that up. That worked. All right, so push that up. Oh yeah. All right. Then I'm actually going to make sure you got the arrows up, pointed up. I'm just going to mock this up and we'll make sure that it goes on. Like I said, we're going to be gluing this stuff together anyway, so we're going to take it all apart. And actually push our end cap onto there. So a little play there. Yep. So obviously when I mount it, I'll make sure that, you know, it's orientated where the handle and this are side by side, so I'll be able to actually, you know, point the direction that I'm going. So there you go. That's pretty much the gist of it, except there's one missing component. You're not going to want to obviously have your forward-facing sonar sitting down in the water at all times, right? So you're going to want to be able to stow it away. So to do that, we're going to have to cut a series of holes that's going to fit that round wire pin. So we're going to punch holes straight down here, and then we're going to turn the unit and put another hole straight down there. So the whole point being that when you want it in the up position, you turn it, you lock your pin through, and it's up. When you want to put it down, then you rotate it and lock your pin this way so it can't go anywhere. See, it's a little tough to turn. That's where the sandpaper is going to come in, so we're going to sandpaper this a little bit, but yeah, that's the gist. So we're probably going to put it out. I think we're going to get it on the boat actually and get orientation of what's straight so we can put that first hole in. And naturally, as soon as I get outside, it's raining now. Lovely. So we're going to be kind of quick with this. It doesn't matter what side we're going to put it on. We just need to get that mock up straight. So that's square. And this one is pretty easy because we've actually got this little line that goes around the PVC, so you know. Oh, let's take it back into the shop. We'll do the drilling inside and make sure everything fits right. Oh, look at that. Good looking thing. So, we've got here. We're gonna, a drill press would be amazing, but you know. Alright, so one side drilled through. Obviously, I'm gonna bore it out a little bit later, but now I'm gonna take it and twist it. And sandpaper help us clean this up. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right. So it's gonna be sitting inside your boat. You're in stow mode. Do that. I can't turn anywhere. Get on the water. Deploy it. You turn it. Rotate this on me in a little bit. Get that sandpaper first right now. It's just 150 grit. It's actually sheets for electric sander, but you know, sandpaper is sandpaper. So oh, so much nicer. And then our deployed mode. Pull it all apart, paint it, and we'll get it together. Obviously, since this cap's gonna go in here, doesn't matter if it touches here, same thing. I got my caps there. This end's not gonna be seen, so I can, again, just rest it on there. I will use the needle nose to grab it. If I need to grab and rotate them around though, just so I don't, you know, get paint on myself, but now, shape for everything. That's the worst part. Here's the finished product. Obviously got it all painted, got it all mounted up. And again, this thing, it just, having that Velcro in there gives it just the right amount of tension. It absolutely goes perfectly. Like I said, I got the mounts here. And then where I talked about, I'm cruising along, I wanna stow it away. It's simple as just tipping it, put my pin back in, and this is up out of the water, up out of the way, so it's not gonna be causing drag. Then I get to the spot where I wanna drop it in, I pull my pin, lock it, boom, we're off and fishing. I've got the two graphs right here. We're ready to hit the water with us. So don't forget, you want to check out more stuff, including a move that I'm going to make with my transducers, and kind of as I get out and start learning how to really operate all this stuff together and get comfortable with it. We'll have more videos like that. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the little bell notification so you don't miss those videos. And don't forget, Return to Wild merch down below. We'll see you here where we're actually going to be fishing in this thing. It's a nice little upgrade. Oh.